Yes, hello there, and welcome to careabout.co.uk for people who care about making a difference, really asking the questions, what do you care about in your local community? This video is about the underlying well-being, and this has got to do with how caring about what happens in your community can help you. Okay, there are issues around well-being. So the core things on the path to wellbeing that are well understood by the medical profession is that the path to wellbeing is know yourself, know others, engagement, because you know other people, you're engaging with them. Therefore, you belong to a group of people, and together you can make a difference more effectively than you can on your own, which gives you self-belief and relevance. Okay? And that enables you to know yourself better by going around that loop. Where Careabout helps with this is we ask, and you'll see these in other videos, we ask some questions about, why? Know yourself. Why are you here? Why were you put on this planet? What are your values? What do you care about in the community? And what skills have you got? How can you help with your skills to do something about that? Once we've filled these in, there's also a more detailed one around, so let's suppose the environment, what matters to you in the community about the environment, and we'll drill down into that. You then submit those surveys and you'll get to hear what everybody else thinks in your community. So you will get to know other people and their opinions, and then we can help introduce you to people who have similar views, so we can do something. Those fundamental human needs in the community come together to form the community manifesto, and the community manifesto is a manifesto that is a ground-up change based around our beliefs of what matters to us and our families, because we think that we know best rather than the state, and that's the difference between ground-up change and top-down. And we think that there is a direct correlation between ground-up change and effective mental health and self-belief, and people with long lists of things saying you're not allowed to do this, 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 and this, which is all about excluding you. And that is the top-down approach. And the problem with the top-down approach is there's a whole bunch of people who don't really want to solve the problem anyway, and taking all the money. So things don't get solved, and our national debt appears from the back of that. So in terms of the engagement side of things, you can have values, but there's lots of people who say, well, I think this is really important, but they don't do anything about it. The difference between values and integrity is actually doing something, and that's the engagement piece. And here we have engagement with, your family and friends, and also the people that you work with, because we think that communities they work well when people have jobs, and that means doing something that's relevant to business, and it all moves in the right direction. Also, we think that our public sector is not as accountable as perhaps it might be. They tend to produce their own manifestos where they promise to do things that really they don't have any intention of doing. Look out the window, look at the state of the roads. They're full of potholes. They never used to be. They just haven't done it, right? So, if that's what matters to us, and that's the most important thing to spend the money on, we'll make people accountable for this. So how this works is a local councillor has a majority of 40, 50, maybe 100, but no more than that. If you had 1,000 people or 500 people, all of whom thought that the roads are the most important thing in a particular area, you could pretty soon say to a councillor, we're very happy to elect you, and we're delighted that you think this is important, you agree with us, but if you can't do it, that's also okay, but we'd like to give somebody else a chance, okay, who might be able to get the road sorted out. Okay, so there's some kind of accountability. But also, should it be the case that you choose to be someone who wants to make a difference, we can set you up as a Careabout ambassador, and so that you're actually dealing with that and have the authority of Careabout and the authority of the fact that a lot of other people feel the same way. And because these things are important in terms of making a difference, rather than you having to go off and get money out of the public sector somehow or another when they then control it and turn it into their own thing, I know, because it's the world that I come from, that there are plenty of people out there in business who would like to sponsor that kind of activity. We're not millions of pounds, we're not talking about large sums of money, but we are talking about hundreds of pounds, which would go in the right direction to help you be able to do things and be seen to be doing that. It may be that there's more, but I don't want to overpromise this. Okay, So wouldn't it be nice in social media land, how these things work, if you were in a position to be able to say to your friends, look at my family, look what we've been able to do. We have made a difference. And it's been easier for us to do that because of our relationship with a particular company who have given us access to their computers or their staff or whatever it might be. The point is that we are helping each other. And by helping each other, we help ourselves because we belong. Okay, so that's what I want to say on this subject. And thank you very much. If you want to get in touch with me, nick@careabout.co.uk is the easiest way. Right, so I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.